And good evening, New York, and welcome to the Arc Arena on the campus of Baruch College for an interconference matchup between the Bulldogs of Brooklyn College and your Baruch College Bearcats. Alongside Joe Stolzer, I'm David Just. Joe, Brooklyn coming in riding a 8-0 conference record. A great matchup for the Bearcats to test their mettle tonight.
Yeah, David, happy Friday. And you know, again, conference play. Brooklyn averaging over 80 per game. So the defense has got to be really there from the outset for the Lady Bearcats. Erica James, Dior Dorsey, and Gianna Gotti are the three-headed monsters for Brooklyn coming into the game. So tough task, but you know what? Baruch is at home, and they've been playing good ball lately.
We'll see McCray and Sarah James jump for the tip here. Baruch going to be in their home whites going left to right here in the first half. And Baruch going to start things off here in their wine and gold colored jerseys, going right to left. And they'll set up here in the front court. That's going to be a three there by Goodman off right rim. No good. And rebounded there by Baccarella.
Well, it's a good start for the Bearcats, but they want to get out and contest.
So now Leung has it up top, goes into the lane, kicks it back outside. Near side three from Castillo. Off back iron, no good. James comes away with that rebound, and it's going to be Gotti who quickly pushes it into the front court, gives it off to James. James going to pull a near side three. That's going to be way off left iron, no good, but she's able to corral her own rebound. Ball still loose, taps it outside to James. Now Gotti going to set things up on the Bearcats logo.
Hopefully a lot of hands and feet moving for the Lady Bearcats.
So nice handoff to Pham. Pham's going right into the lane. A shot around out, no good. And it's going to be Trainer who comes away with the rebound for the Bearcats. Leung has it now up top, up to Trainer on the near side, inside to Castillo. Castillo into the lane, kicks it south, far side, Baccarella three, off right rim, no good, and it'll be Goodman who comes away with the rebound, and now quickly into the hands of Gianna Gotti. That's the Bulldogs' leading scorer at over 21 points per game.
Yeah, she really wants to push it. Good to see Baccarella in the starting lineup. She was hitting shots in the warm-up, so hopefully she can add to the offense.
And that's going to be the first foul on Mia Castillo, and it'll be side out for the Bulldogs. So now Gotti has it up top, takes the pick, going to pull a straight on three, way short, off rarely grazes iron, and Leung comes away with the rebound for the Bearcats. Castillo now quickly into the lane. Bounce pass inside to McCray, and it's going to be off the Bulldogs last. Nice defense there because McCray, Joe, had a wide open layup on the backside.
But great crossover by Castillo, and she had an opening.
Now Paige Trainer. Trainer's going to pull up. Off rim, no good. McCray almost gets that rebound, but instead it goes into the waiting hands of Pham, and now Pham will bring it into the front court.
Both teams trying to get that first basket to break the ice, literally the ice down here.
Ooh, Castillo almost picked that one off. That's going to be a straight on three. No good from Erica James. Ball still loose. It's going to be Leung who comes away with it. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Foul there's going to be on number 5, Gotti. That's going to be her first of the evening.
David, I like the Lady Bearcats' body language coming out. You know, they're going toe-to-toe with this very, undefeated team, high-powered undefeated team in Brooklyn.
So now it'll be Baccarella on the far side. Gives it off to Castillo at the free throw line. Shot off back iron, no good.
Well, the Bearcats are getting shots, but they're just not dropping.
And neither team able to get anything go. A little bit more than 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And now it's Gotti up top. Pham looking for options. Has James up top instead of Pham's going to go into the lane. Force a bit of a shot there, and Castillo's able to come away with it.
Good defense by Elissa.
Leung now into the lane. Free throw line jumper. Shot too strong. No good. McCray goes for the rebound, able to corral it down. And they're going to say it was a foul underneath. The foul there is going to be on number 2, Sarah James. That's her first.
McCray has been very active down low. And that's a good thing.
So ball loose on the deck. Baruch able to come away with that. Now Leung has it on the far side wing. Gives it off to Trainer. Trainer has an open look. Ooh, shot way too strong. And it's going to be Goodman who comes away with that rebound for the Bearcats.
It's important for Trainer to get on track from the 3 because that's a weapon.
Now inside. James a little too strong. No good. Excuse me, actually, that was Rafat who just came back into the game.
Defense has been contesting Brooklyn shots by the Bearcats.
Now Castillo looking for options. Finds Trainer at the free throw line. Her shot rattles home, and that's the first bucket of the evening.
Great look from Castillo to an open Trainer at the foul line.
So now Gutierrez is going to drive. Looking for options. Nice spin move in the paint. Working against Leung and able to get the Bulldogs' first basket.
Yeah, that was a strong move by Gutierrez.
Yeah, 5'7" sophomore. Yeah, working on the 4'11" sophomore for the Bearcats and Leung.
But we can't sell Leung short because she's got good leverage. She knows how to use it.
And so it'll be Gotti to walk things up for the Bulldogs. It's Gutierrez on the near side. Knocks it down.
Well, Gutierrez coming in and making an impact and turning some cold into hot now for Brooklyn.
And it's a 4-2 lead. They're going to say that was only a 2, and now Leung has it up top. Brooklyn looks like they're setting up in a 3-2 zone here, as now it's Trainer inside to Castillo. Castillo able to face the basket. Step back shot, no good. Ball batted around into the waiting hands of Gotti, and Gotti's going to push. Up ahead to number 32, Erica James, who lays it in easily.
Lady Bearcats have to get back because Brooklyn wants to push all night.
They've increased the tempo here. It's also working with Baruch missing shots, Joe. They're able to push on the other end.
Yeah, and they're getting rebounds and just starting their break. So Baruch has really got to get back on D quickly.
And so that's a foul there on number 21, Alea Rafat. That's going to be her first. Rafat, excuse me. And that'll send Baccarella to the line to shoot 2.
Like to see the Lady Bearcats get to the line a lot tonight. That's a recipe for getting, the Brooklyn players to go to their bench.
So Baccarella no good on the first. And she's able to knock down the second. So Baruch trail 6-3 coming in on the midway point of the first quarter. Gotti now on the Bearcat symbol.
There's no doubt Brooklyn looking to screen to get an open 3. There's no doubt.
Instead, nice play there by Baccarella. Her and Gotti get tied up. That's going to be a jump ball, and that's the possession arrow going to be pointed towards Baruch.
Well, that's what Baccarella brings to this team. Unlimited energy.
So now Castillo will walk things up. Leung has it here on the near side, looking for options, trying to get it inside to McCray. That ball's knocked away. I think it was Gutierrez who got a hand in there. And it's Gotti going right into Leung. Shot no good. Gotti hits the deck. Baruch going to quickly come the other way with Castillo.
Well, Leung was back on D to contest that shot.
And Castillo off to a slow start here. Now ball back up ahead to Gotti. They got a 2-on-1 if they make play it right. But Gotti's going to shoot instead. And she hits the deck. I don't know if she got hit or she slipped. Either way, Leung comes away with it into the hands of Castillo, going 1-on-2 now. Castillo, spin move, and 1 for Castillo. Nope, excuse me, they're going to call a travel, and it's going to go back to the Bulldogs.
Dave, in today's game, I can't see that being a travel. Great body control by Castillo.
And that's going to, I think, beat Castillo second, but she's going to have to play through it as she's still on the court with the original 5 here for the Bearcats. Actually, check that. Mitchell has come into the game. And
you don't lose anything when Mitchell comes in the game. Very good player. Good start for most teams.
Now Gutierrez into the lane, trying to go left, and she's fouled as she goes up.
Coach K's going to have to put a good defender on Gutierrez, because she seems to want to put the ball on the floor as well as knock down the outside shot.
And that's going to be Mitchell's first. First shot no good by there by Gutierrez. 63% from the line this year is Gutierrez as she knocks down the second. So it'll be Leung to bring things up for the Bearcats and allows Brooklyn to settle into their 2-3 zone. Castillo, we've seen in the paint a lot, calling for the ball. Now she'll swing out to the far side. Ooh, entry pass there, a little bit wild there from Mitchell, and it's going to go back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, McCray was open if they could have got a lower pass to her in the lane.
Pham into Rafat, who's able to lay it in easy. And now Leung to walk things up for the Bearcats.
Brooklyn has a quality post game, so Lady Bearcats going to have to acknowledge that.
Trainer shot no good. Rebounded there by Castillo. They're talking things over here, see what the call was, and they're going to give the timeout to the Bearcats, so we'll step aside with 3:34 remaining in the first. Baruch trail 9-3. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So with 3:34 remaining, both teams break the huddle. It's going to be Castillo, Leung, McCray, Grant, and Trainer for the Bearcats. It's Pham, Dolgan, Erica James, Gutierrez, and Rafat.
If Grant and McCray can be active in the lane, they can get open.
So Leung now working on James. Leung into the lane. Her shot might have been blocked from behind. McCray able to corral that miss, though. Leung wide open, and she's able to get her first basket of the night.
Good hustle by McCray.
Keep that possession going, and now it'll be the Bulldogs to bring it into the front court.
Now Baruch needs to stop here. They need to creep up a little bit to close this little lead early. Got to watch out for the post play of Brooklyn.
Now Gutierrez here on the near side is going to drive into the lane. Nice kick out there to James. She's open. She'll put it on the deck into the lane. Going against McCray. Shot a little too strong. McCray comes away with the rebound.
Good contest by McCray.
And now Trainer, far side three. Wide open. She knocks it down. Paige Trainer and knocks down her first three of the night, and Baruch have cut the deficit to 1.
Trainer's the catalyst when she knocks down threes.
Offensive foul. And it's going to go the other way. The foul there is going to be on McCray, and Coach Leung not agreeing with that call as the ball will go back to the Bearcats.
McCray and Baccarella do things, that just don't appear in the scorebooks.
And Dior Dorsey checking into the game for the first time tonight. Number 10 for the Bulldogs.
Dorsey, one of the go-to players for Brooklyn.
Averaging a little more than 7 points per game on close to 20 minutes of action. And a dangerous pass there by Castillo, and Dorsey able to pick that off. And just like that, she's on the score sheet.
Well, you can't throw a cross-court pass like that, but let's get it back. Let's get it back.
Castillo trying to make up for it on the other end. Her shot blocked. Maybe some contact there. Either way, Dolgan comes away with it, and it'll be quickly into the front court with Pham. Now Gutierrez on the near side.
Gets away with the travel.
Pham 3, no good off left iron. Nice block out there by Leung, and the foul there is going to be on number 3, Gutierrez, who went over the back, and it'll be staying with Baruch right in front of their own bench.
Leung with a great basketball IQ move, causing that foul.
And that's already going to put Baruch into the bonus, so that'll send Leung to the line to shoot 2.
And this is a good thing, David, because Brooklyn has to go to their bench, and some of the firepower has to sit down.
Gutierrez, that's her second foul on the evening. And Leung knocks down the first. And good on the second, so a nice trip there to the charity stripe for Elissa Leung.
Leung getting off to a good start. Very important for Baruch.
And Dorsey, baseline jumper, no good. And it'll be Trainer who comes away with the rebound, and Baruch trying to get their first lead of the evening. Cross-court pass, once again, a little dangerous.
Yeah, that's dangerous, David.
And Gotti comes away with the steal there. Looking for options, hands off to Pham. Pham has an open 3, straight on. Shot no good off right rim. Grant trying to chase it down. Instead, it's Dorsey for the Bulldogs. She'll go back in. Wild pass. Somehow Pham able to corral that outside to Gotti. Nice dribble behind the back. Working with Leung.
Leung, good defense against Gotti, except for that play. She gave up, David. Should have stayed with her, move her feet.
I think no help defense there, Joe, from the Bearcats. I think Leung expected that to come.
Yeah, I think she expected help from McCray or Grant.
3 there, straight on from Leung, who knocks it down, and we're all tied at 13. So, Joe, after a slow first 2.5 minutes, we've seen business pick up here in the last 7.5.
Somebody turned up the heat in this gym, David. But Leung, it's very important for her to get off to a good start. She's a trendsetter for the Bearcats.
And she has their last 5 points as Baruch have tied things up at 13, and we'll have the ball with 47 seconds remaining here.
Let's see if Brooklyn has an answer for Leung. I don't think they do.
And that's really what it comes down to the zone, Joe. They're setting up in that zone, so when Leung has been able to find that opening, and that last time it came at the convenience of a straight-on 3.
Yeah, if Baruch sets screens in the zone, they'll get people open.
3 there from Trainer, no good. Out long, rebound to Grant, gives it off to Baccarella on the near side, puts it on the deck, floater, and she's able to knock it down.
The Italian Stallion.
Baruch lead by 2, 15-13, coming in on 10 seconds remaining here in the quarter. And it's going to be Rafat. Shot no good. Grant trying to get the rebound. It's going to go off Dorsey's foot last, and with 4.6 left, if Baruch can work quick, they'll get their final shot.
Yeah, Baruch has had a very good first quarter, being active and going toe-to-toe with this supposedly high-powered Bulldog team.
And now Leung picks it up almost at midcourt, going past a couple defenders. Her shot's blocked, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Baruch have climbed all the way back, down by 6 at the midway point. They lead by 2 going into the second. We'll step aside. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So welcome back to the Arc Arena. Baruch were down as much as 6 in the first. They lead by 2 going into the second.
Baruch doing this without Castillo, basically, who hasn't really gotten in the scorers column.
0 of 4 from the field. She does have a block and a couple of rebounds. Outside of that, hasn't really shown up in the stat sheet yet, but I think it's a good sign for the Bearcats, Joe, is when she gets going, it's only going to be an additional plus.
Well, it's next man up. You know, if she's not scoring, we need some people to step up. Paige Traynor hit a 3. Leung again, big first quarter, and Baccarella got into the scorers column, which is huge.
Baruch hitting 5 threes in the first, accounting for all 15 of their points. And it'll be Gotti to walk things up. She's accompanied by James, Dorsey, Rafat, and can't see who the last player is here as Dorsey goes into the lane. Her shot short, no good. And it's going to be Castillo who comes away with it.
McCray doing a great job with position down low.
Castillo now outside to Baccarella. Baseline shot. No good. Grant able to get that rebound. Ooh, not able to hit the layup. McCray on the rebound. Her shot was blocked. And it's going to stay right here with the Bearcats. And that's actually Dolgan who's going to round out the 5 for the Bulldogs. Checking into the game's number 11, Dasha Goodman. And number 2, Sarah James.
But the post players are very active. Grant and McCray tonight for the Bearcats.
It's just hard to leave those points there, Joe. Every basket can be crucial against a quality Brooklyn team. Shot there by Traynor, no good. Dorsey able to come away with that rebound quickly into the hands of Gotti, and she'll bring it into the front court. James going baseline. Goodman's 3 on the near side. She knocks it down. Dasha Goodman.
Well, that was a standstill 3. She got her feet set. Baruch has to take that away. Contest. If Baruch screens in the lane, they'll get opportunities.
Now McCray on the inside gives it off to Castillo.
The Brooklyn defenders are just standing in the lane, so Baruch has to screen to get some openings, which they'll get.
And that's going to be a 3-second violation on the Bearcats, an unforced turnover for Baruch.
McCray's waiting to receive. Grant's waiting to receive.
So Gotti going to walk things up here. Going right into the lane. Now going to step back. Gives it up top to Dorsey. Dorsey crossover move. Looking for options. Kicks it outside to James on the near side. Puts the ball on the deck. Gives it off to number 2, Sarah James. James looking for options, though. Shot clock winding down. Erica James now working in the paint. Gives it off to Dorsey. Dorsey shot from the free throw line is good.
Well, Baruch did everything right that possession, Dave. Defensively, a last-second shot by Dorsey.
Now Grant inside. Offensive foul. And that's a weak call, if you ask me. I don't know how that was offensive. Either she was in the lane or she was moving, but either way, in the semicircle.
You know what, David? She just started to make her move and the whistle blew. So how can there have been contact?
Exactly. That means, if anything, she was already too close on the entry pass. Either way, it's going to go back to the Bulldogs. Gotti on the far side looking for options. Takes the pick there from Goodman. Goodman just hit that 3 moments ago. Is going to go into the lane, trying to find James on the bounce pass. Ooh, Sarah James able to corral that one. Back outside to Goodman. Trying to find the cutter, and Gotti. Her shot was blocked. She hits the deck. Dorsey, though, able to keep it alive.
Castillo had that block.
There's going to be an errant whistle here. I think it's going to be that the shot clock should not have reset, which is accurate. I think it's only going to leave Brooklyn with only 4 seconds, but it did.
Side one, guys. Side one. The ball hit the rim.
And it'll be Gotti now has to get it up quickly with 3 seconds on the shot clock. 1 on the shot clock. She gets it up off back iron. No good. And an offensive rebound there by the Bulldogs. Kicks it back outside to James. James going to put it on the deck. Gives it on the near side to Dorsey. Dorsey going to put up a wild errant shot. And it'll be Leung who comes away with that for the Bearcats. And she loses it. She was fouled, though, in transition. That would be the Bulldogs' first.
I think, David, what Brooklyn is showing is that they want to put the ball on the floor, and Baruch should just keep their hands moving. They'll get steals. If the three is not there for them, they want to put it on the floor.
They've been good so far tonight, Joe. Have the Bulldogs going into the lane and kicking out to an open shooter. Now Trainer now on the far side, gives it up top to Leung. Leung looking for options. Castillo, and it's going to be Dorsey, a bit handsy on the entry pass. So it'll be her second in quick succession.
David, we're deep into the second quarter, and Castillo's still scoreless.
So now Leung has it on the far side. Gives it over to Baccarella. Ooh, Baccarella pulls it away from Gotti, who was trying to take it. Now to Leung. Gotti can't get back. Leung's three, no good. Baccarella, nice rebound there. Gives it outside to Castillo. Castillo going to pull, barely grazes iron, but Leung on the rebound. Cross-court pass to Baccarella. Looking for options. McCray calling for it. Gives it, ball swung around the perimeter. Nope, Trainer trying to give it to Leung. Stolen there by Gotti. Going the other way. Gives it over to Dorsey. Back to Gotti. Her shot no good, but she gets fouled on the way up by Trainer, and she'll go to the line to shoot two.
On the offensive end, when the ball is outside on the wing, if Baruch cuts, they will have an opening almost every possession in the lane.
Gotti only 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting tonight in 11 minutes, averaging over 21 a game as she knocks down the first.
That's because Leung has really been on her and taking her out of what she wants to do.
And make that 2 of 2 from the line, as now Leung will walk things up for the Bearcats. Baruch really have to avoid these unforced errors they've seen the last few times down the court.
Yeah, when the ball's at the wing, somebody cut.
Now McCray inside. Her shot might have been blocked. I guess it was. Altamirano now on the far side, just checked into the game. Ball into the hands of Leung. Cross-court pass to Baccarella. She'll pull wide open. Shot no good. Baccarella able to get that rebound. She hits the deck. No call, and it's going to go back to the Bulldogs.
Hopefully these shots will start falling for the Lady Bearcats. They've had wide open shots.
And it's going to be a full timeout for Coach Katrozos as he wants to talk things over with 5:51 remaining here in the half. So both teams break the huddle. It'll be Bulldogs ball as they lead by 5 here with 5:51 remaining in the first half.
Well, Baruch in a good position, only down by 5. And, with all the hype coming into the game about Brooklyn, Baruch's in a good place.
The only thing that's worrisome, Joe, they haven't scored a point so far here in the second quarter. So Brooklyn have made some tweaks to slow down the Bearcats.
Well, I'm concerned about Castillo. Once she gets going, so will his team.
So now Gotti has it on the top. Deep into the shot clock, or the Bulldogs have to get something going. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gotti working on Baccarella. Kicks it out to Goodman. Shot no good. Leung comes away with the rebound. She's been all over the glass tonight, has Elissa Leung. She's already got 5 boards. Now it's Castillo on the near side. Looking for options. Leung up top.
Baruch has to screen inside the lane. Get some openings.
Castillo going to pull. Shot too strong. Got to like the looks, though, that Castillo's getting, Joe. She just needs them to start to fall.
Yeah. But you know what? Shooters got to keep on shooting.
And that's going to be a foul on James underneath, as she was a little overzealous trying to get the rebound over Leung.
They need to get Castillo to put the ball on the floor, get to the foul line, and that'll get her going. If the outside shot is not falling, let her penetrate. She does that great.
So now it'll be Leung to bring it into the front court. Gives it over to McCray, looking for options. Kicks it out on the near side to Altamirano. Altamirano's going to pull the shot. No good. Off back rim. McCray comes away with it. And they're going to say it's a jump ball, and it'll stay right here with the Bearcats.
Boy, McCray has been active since the tip-off.
Joe, you'd like to see her get involved a little bit more offensively. Only as I say that. Oh, she can't hit the open layup, though. Back into McCray. Shot too strong. No good, but Baruch got the look they were looking for right off the inbound. And Castillo's pass, was intercepted, and now it's Gotti the other way for the Bulldogs.
Your wish was answered very quickly on that inbound play.
I don't even think I got the point out, Joe, that's how quickly McCray got the ball. But to that point, Joe, that's only her second shot attempt here in the first half. She's had some very strong games this season, averaging double-double on the season is DeAndre McCray.
And all she has to do, David, to get open is keep moving and have her teammates find her.
And there's going to be a whistle there as the shot clock did not reset. And if you're Brooklyn, you got to be a little frustrated with that because you had numbers on the offensive end and an opportunity to make a play.
Yeah, Brooklyn wants to play up-tempo, and these clock stoppages obviously stop that.
Especially after they got the steal quick in the front court. An opportunity with numbers to get a quick basket. And almost stolen there as now Gotti is able to get it right at the half-court line, and she'll walk things up.
McCray playing everywhere on the court.
Baruch setting up in man-to-man as now Gotti gives it up top to James. James, ball swung around the perimeter to Pham. Pham puts it on the deck, working on Leung. Spin move in the lane, going 1-on-2. Shot no good. She's able to get her own rebound. Hits the deck as she goes up with that. James is fouled on the way up. Able to fight through the contact and make the basket, and she'll go to the line for the old-school three-point play.
Yeah, that was clearly a height advantage for Brooklyn. Her outstretched arms just, had no opposition.
So it's going to be a 30-second timeout for Coach Leung and the Brooklyn College Bulldogs with 3:39 remaining. Baruch now trail by 7. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So with 3:39 remaining, Baruch still trying to find their first points here in the second quarter. And it's going to be James at the line as she just was able to power through and knock in that layup through the foul. And now she'll go to the line here.
Even 0 for 11, Baruch finds themselves down only 7, which is not that big of a hurdle, David.
And that speaks to the defense of the Bearcats as the Bulldogs have only shot 3 of 13 here in the quarter.
Well, the Bulldogs, they're, high-powered offense has been slowed down.
And now Leung over to Trainer on the far side. It looks like also the Bearcats have had some trouble here with the zone as Castillo gets stripped from behind. It was, I think, Gotti. Yep, it was. And now James going to bring it into the front court. Gives it over to Dorsey on the far side, going right against Leung. Can't hit. Dorsey able to get her own rebound, though. James inside to Rafat. Now to Dorsey. Dorsey going to go up. Gets her own rebound, though. Ball outside to James, and they can slow things up with a fresh 20.
Dorsey frustrated. All that work, and shot won't go down for her.
And that's going to be a Gotti 3 straight on, and she knocks it down. And just like that, they're going to say it was a 2, excuse me, and it's going to be a 9-point lead for the Bulldogs. Now Castillo looking for options, finds Trainer on the far side, trying to get it inside. Errant pass there from Paige Trainer, and it's going to go back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Trainer needed to have a bounce pass into McCray. That high pass just eluded her.
So now Gotti will walk things up, coming in on 2.5 remaining here in the half.
Now, you can't let Brooklyn go on a little momentum streak going into the halftime locker room. Baruch has to answer defensively, try and get into this lead a little bit.
So now Gotti on the top of the key. Crossover move straight on 3, and she knocks it down. Back-to-back threes from Gianna Gotti.
Well, Gotti's their leader, David.
And that's going to be a foul on Brooklyn. It's going to be on number 5, Gianna Gotti. That's going to be her second.
Coach K can't be happy about the little momentum swing going to Brooklyn and especially to Gotti, getting her going.
McCray now inside, Baccarella on the near side. Leung, ball swung around the perimeter into the hands of Castillo. You can feel the game getting a little bit more chippy as it's going to be a travel there. I didn't see it, and it's going to go back to the Bulldogs.
Now, this is very important. Castillo is the leader, has got to calm her Lady Bearcats down. They seem a little rattled, Dave.
They've definitely struggled from the offensive end here in the second quarter. As now Gotti going into the lane. She loses it, and it'll stay right there as it went off the Bearcats last.
A lot of time left, a minute 44. Baruch can really do some work before halftime.
James looking for options, gives it over to Dorsey. Dorsey working in the lane, gives it back outside to James. James kicks it outside to James. James going to pull a 3, and she knocks it down. And that's 3 straight threes from the Bulldogs. As Gotti almost comes away with the inbound steal, and you can see Brooklyn setting up in the full court press, and just like that, it's 30-15 Bulldogs.
The Bearcats, have to stay mentally strong here. They're at home. No lead is too big with the 3-ball in today's game.
But they got to find their rhythm, Joe. They haven't hit a field goal yet here in the second quarter, and now they have to deal with the Bulldogs' full court press. And Leung now into the front court over to Trainer, gives it inside to McCray. McCray's shot's blocked. Ball still loose. James comes away with it.
Well, that was a great play by Trainer to get it into McCray in a great position.
Now it's James putting it on the deck, going to work in the paint. Kicks it outside to Dorsey. Dorsey on the far side looking for options. Gives it off to James. That ball's almost stolen, but now James into the lane. Kicks it out to Dorsey. Dorsey into the paint. Steps back jumper from Dorsey's no good, and it'd be McCray on the rebound.
Well, in this last minute, let's see Baruch get a score going into the locker room.
And now Trainer here on the near side. Gives it off to McCray. Hand off to Castillo. Shot too strong. No good, and Baruch can't buy a bucket as Pham now has it on the far side. Goes right to left.
You couldn't have drawn that up any better.
And now Dorsey gives it over to Pham. 25 seconds remaining here on the game clock. It's now to James on the far side looking for options. Rafat in the corner. Her pass stolen there by Castillo. Nope, it's going to be an offensive foul on James, and it was a push-off there. And it's going to send Mia Castillo to the line to shoot 2.
Well, this is important that Castillo get in the scorebook before half. Something she can think about, take into the second half.
She struggled from the field, 0 for 7. Also thrown in 6 turnovers. Not a first half she would like to forget there, Joe.
Yeah, she was throwing that cross-court pass, which you can't do. But you know what? Resilient players, short memory, and great players find a way.
So 17.6 seconds left here in the half. And it'll be Castillo at the line to shoot 2, and she's off on the first. Castillo, a 69% free throw shooter on the season. And she gets that one to go. So Baruch finally on the board here in the second. Last 15 seconds of the half. Brooklyn can hold for the final shot, and they may with Gotti now 10 seconds. Takes the pick there from Goodman. Gives it outside to Goodman. Goodman thinks about the shot. Trainer closes her out. Goodman puts it on the deck. And that's going to be a foul on the floor. Smart play there, though, by the Bearcats as they still had a foul to give. And it's going to be side out underneath with 3.9 remaining here.
Yeah, they want to hold Brooklyn scoreless going into the locker room to get that mindset, come out, guns a-blazing second half.
So it'll be Pham to inbound, looking for options. Got to deny the entry pass. Nope, right underneath to Rafat, who's able to lay it in. And that will do it for the first half. Baruch trail big, 32-16, Brooklyn College lead. We'll step aside for halftime, and we'll see you for second half action between the Bulldogs and the Bearcats. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So welcome back to the Arc Arena. If you're just joining us, Baruch took the lead after the first, gave the lead back in all of the second, and now trail by 16 against the Bulldogs of Brooklyn College.
So Baruch has to come out in, defensive mode.
And it's going to be an off-ball foul, and just like that, Joe, going right back to the Bearcats.
Yeah, they're going to have to lock in. Let's get the lead back one possession at a time. Baruch has the firepower. I like that Baccarella's in the lineup because that's instant energy.
And just like that, Sarah James has her fourth foul as she picks up an off-ball foul there, so it's going to be quickly number 21, Alea Rafat, back into the game. And now Trainer has it on the far side.
Well, let's face it, we got to get Castillo going.
Nice pass there by Castillo, though. Leung, scoop layup, no good. And it'll be rebounded there by Goodman for the Bulldogs. Pham now going to pull a far side three and able to get that one to drop. Went all the way around and eventually settled to the bottom of the basket.
Yeah, she was able to set her feet. Lady Bearcats have to contest those threes.
And now Leung's pass knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the. It's going to stay with the Bearcats.
Step up. Gee, here. Step up.
Again, if the Lady Bearcats cut and screen for each other in the lane, people will be open.
Baruch really struggling with the 2-3 zone as Baccarella's floater no good off front rim. And Baruch's shooting woes continuing over from the second quarter as now Gotti kicks it outside, near side to James. He's able to knock that one down.
Well, that's two uncontested threes by Brooklyn.
And just like that, Coach Petrozos wants to talk things over. A little bit more than a minute gone in the second half. We'll step aside. So it'll be Bearcats ball after a big three there from James for the Bulldogs. And it looks like Brooklyn going to set up in a full court press here.
Yeah, Castillo has got to take care of the ball. Don't use the sideline against you.
Aaron pass there by Castillo. Nice pass ahead from Gotti to James. Can't finish, but it's going to be Rafat. She also can't finish, and McCray able to get the rebound. Baruch very fortunate that the Bulldogs did not come away with points there. It's Castillo now trying to get it inside to McCray, able to, and McCray lays it in.
That was a great catch and pass from Castillo to McCray. We need more of that.
That's McCray's first bucket. Is Rafat going to pull a straight on three? No good. And it's going to be Pham who comes away with the rebound for Brooklyn. James into the lane. Wild shot there and able to get that one to go in off glass.
Yeah, all the momentum's on Brooklyn's side. They're doing whatever they want to do.
McCray trying to work inside. She threw it right into the waiting hands of Gotti. Now up ahead to James, who's trying to corral that one. She's fouled as she goes up with it and will go to the line to shoot two. The foul there is going to be on Leung. And James knocks down the first. And goes 2 of 2 from the line.
So the Bearcats can't look at the scoreboard. They just have to keep playing as hard as they can. Execute.
So now Leung over to Baccarella. Now back to Leung inside to McCray. Looking for options. Gives it back up to Leung. Leung has an open three. She'll pull straight on. Off left rim. No good. Into the hands of Trainer, who's able to put it right back in.
So again, one basket at a time, and now play D. Move your hands, move your feet.
Now Gotti now working on Baccarella. Handoff there to James. It's been a two-woman game here in the second half. And McCray is able to come away with that rebound. Now Castillo can push. Over to Trainer. Trainer here on the near side. High shot. It's nothing but the bottom of the net. Paige Trainer back-to-back baskets here on the near side.
Okay, a little bit at a time. Make Brooklyn think, now come back, good possession on defense.
Baruch need to go on a run here, Joe, to start things off. A lot of times these games are most crucial minutes are just coming out of halftime.
Sometimes Brooklyn may get complacent. You never know.
Ooh, Pham looks like she was getting close to moving that pivot. She gets into the lane, no good. Ball's batted loose. Ooh, they're going to call it a jump ball, but I thought McCray ripped it out of her hands. Instead, they're going to call jump ball, but fortunate for Baruch, it'll go back to the Bearcats.
Well, credit McCray. She's been so active throughout the game. And, yes, she did grab that wholeheartedly.
So Dorsey and Gutierrez into the game. And now Brooklyn going to set up in the full court press.
Baruch has got a screen for each other, get somebody open.
And Leung able to go past the press. Looking for options, gives it outside to Trainer, now inside to Grant. Grant going to try to force her way inside. Shot a bit short, though. Working on Gotti, and Dorsey comes away with the rebound.
Grant had good position.
Cross-court pass there. Gutierrez is going to pull a three. Shot around and out. No good. Grant can't corral that rebound. Gotti rips it away from her. Gotti's going to pull a three. Baccarella to close out. Shot no good. Ball high. Rebound goes into the hand of James for the Bulldogs. James right into the lane. She's fouled as she goes up with it, and that's going to be Castillo's third.
Yeah, that's been the tale of this game, is that the ball has just gone into the Brooklyn hands a little quicker than Baruch.
And Grant coming to the bench. Baccarella, Trainer, Leung, McCray, and Castillo for the Bearcats. And James knocks down the first.
You know, David, that this game may bode well down the line for the Bearcats, because without their leader, they've had to make do. And you're going to need people to step up in the games coming up here in conference.
You like to see Baruch get into a little bit more of a rhythm, though, as Castillo shot no good from the far side, and Dorsey comes away with the rebound. James on the far side. She's going to pull a three, and she knocks it down.
Well,
oh, Aaron pass there by Leung, right in the hands of Dorsey. Shot no good. Gotti able to lay it in off glass.
Brooklyn taking advantage of any miscues by the Bearcats.
Now Castillo right into the lane. She gets fouled as she goes up with it, and will go to the line to shoot two. And Castillo knocks down the first.
Yeah, the remedy for a game like this is you just have to keep playing and worry about your what you can control, which is where Baruch is at now. Short memory.
And Castillo off on the second, 1 of 2 at the line. So Castillo only 2 points tonight, both from the free throw line. 3 there, no good by the Bulldogs. Baccarella comes away with it, and be Castillo to push. And Gotti able to get away with the steal in the front court. She goes in with the right hand, no good. Dorsey gets her rebound, ball's loose, and they're going to call a foul on the Bearcats, and it'll be ball underneath for the Bulldogs. And Joe, it's nights like this where when your A and B is not scoring, you got to see where you're going to get your scoring from if you're the Bearcats.
Yeah, David, you can't make mistakes against a team like Brooklyn. So, you know, again, who's going to help out in this situation? And Leung did it somewhat in the first half, but I still look for McCray and Page to try and be those help-out people.
Even then, though, Castillo's going to have to get them going. Efficient play for the Bearcats this year has been finding McCray on the weak side in the paint. She just hasn't had it tonight. Had a few opportunities, but like most Bearcats, haven't seen them drop. As it's going to be a travel against the Bulldogs, and it's going to be side out right in front of us. Bearcats ball.
Yeah, the best place for Baruch on the offense is when somebody's on the wing, and again, somebody's cutting in the lane. because that's when a lot of people were open.
And now Castillo almost triple teamed here. Castillo now into the lane, pull up jumper, shot left iron, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by the Bulldogs. Gotti, almost dribbled that one a little too hard. Now back out to Gotti here on the near side.
Well, you know, Gotti did her damage at one point in the game. She went on a little streak. Each Brooklyn player has kind of had a mini streak to build this lead.
Gotti's got 11 tonight. It's Erica James that leads all scorers with 13 as Baruch able to get that steal. Castillo now to Leung. Gives it outside of Baccarella. Now Trainer. Leung on the near side. She'll pull a three. Shot too strong. No good. McCray able to get that rebound.
McCray has been, you know, from the beginning trying her best.
And Brooklyn able to get the steal there. Erica James on the near side knocks down the three. There's been no stopping her tonight as she is 2 of 3 from downtown, making that 3 of 4 now from downtown, and 5 of 10 from the field.
Once these Brooklyn shooters set their feet, they've been very accurate.
And a couple of 3 changes here for the Bulldogs. Pham and Goodman checking into the game alongside Gutierrez. Trainer looking for an inbound option, able to get it cross court to Baccarella. Now over to Leung up top, back to Baccarella. Ball swung around the perimeter, now to the hands of Trainer. Trainer over to Baccarella on the far side. Leung going to pull way deep three, shot off front rim, no good. Grant able to get that rebound shot, no good. A batted ball loose, and it's into the hands of Erica James.
Yeah, Grant seems to have a finger issue. Maybe she hurt her finger, and it seems to be affecting her shot.
So now James here on the near side wing. 3.5 remaining here in the third. Pham inside to Rafat. She's fouled on the way up and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Brooklyn finding the open man. Players cutting to the basket, getting shot opportunities.
Rafat at the line to shoot 2. Rafat on the season, only a 67% free throw shooter, and good on the second.
You know, David, ironically, Brooklyn's post players haven't done a lot in the post, but they've been knocking threes down.
Yeah, they've been efficient from deep, have the Bulldogs.
You would think their game plan was to just go in low and attack Baruch, but they're doing the opposite.
Brooklyn's only shooting 33% from the field, but 35% from downtown.
Yeah. But all the threes have just extended the momentum and the lead.
And Baruch has shot 18% from the field, and it really the whole game really came down to the second quarter, Joe, as Baruch only able to muster up 1 point, and Brooklyn really able to grab and extend the lead. Went plus 18 for that quarter.
Well, once Scotty got on a little roll, that kind of took the game out of being a close game, which I think Gotti probably is their leader every game for Brooklyn doing that.
It's been a two-headed monster between Gotti and Erica James, combining for 27 points of the 52 for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be out of bounds, and Baruch turn it over on the far side, so it'll go back to Brooklyn.
Well, there's no doubt the Lady Bearcats are going to be better because the better competition you play against, you get better. Next game, look for Baruch to come out guns a-blazing.
Don't forget, this is your first game of your doubleheader between Brooklyn and Baruch. About 25-30 minutes after the end of this one, roughly 7:30, the men's game will tip off as Rafat, her shot's blocked by Altamirano underneath, and Leung comes away with it. Rafat slow to get up on the other end as Leung goes right into the lane. Right-handed scoop layup, no good, and it'll be the Bulldogs who come away with it.
That's been the tale of tonight. Baruch, great defensive play, but they can't cash in offensively.
And this is the start of the first of 4 home games for the Lady Bearcats as they'll play York College at home on Tuesday, Hunter on Thursday, and then Medgar Evers on Monday the 6th. As they end the season with 6 of 7 here at the Arc Arena.
Yeah, CUNY Conference games heat up.
So Castellano checking into the game for the first time tonight alongside number 4, Sandra Diaz.
The key in a game like this is Baruch has to keep their heads up. They're a very good team. Some nights you're just going to have that off night, but what can you learn from a game like this to take into the next game and just, turn a negative into a positive? There's no negatives because this is a very good team. But sometimes the shots don't fall, David.
They have not been falling tonight for the Bearcats, as Leung is fouled there by Diaz.
But Leung has played tremendous in terms of her every play she's in on. McCray, everybody is playing at 100%. And that's a credit to the program, Coach K.
And Altamirano now on the near side, back up top to Leung, looking for a pick, gets it from Grant, going right. Leung quickly doubled, though. And now gets it inside to Mitchell. Leung able to knock it down from the baseline.
That's one of your, that's one of your steady players.
Excuse me, check that. That was not Mitchell. That was McCray on the inside.
Yeah, McCray finding Leung, who just plays every second of every game like it's her last.
And Diaz, crossover move into the lane. Wild shot, no good. I think it might have bounced off Altamirano's head there. And it's back into the hands of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Altamirano would have gotten an assist.
And Goodman knocks down a near side three.
Well, the three ball has been the big thing for the Bulldogs today.
And Baccarella on the near far side gives it all to Leung. Now Altamirano on the near side. McCray now trying to find Grant.
When McCray gets the ball, somebody's got to cut, and they will be open in the lane. McCray can actually do a handoff if somebody cuts into the lane.
I think she was looking for Grant there, but it was a nice tip pass and good defense there from the Bulldogs.
Little bit late, but the intent was there.
The Bearcats will have the weekend to forget about this, maybe get a couple practices in, and then they'll play on Tuesday night. As now it's Pham handing it off to Goodman. Nope, her pocket was picked, and it's going to be Mitchell who comes away with it.
Mitchell, like I always say, could start for most teams, getting some playing time now. Very, very good player, offense and defense.
Altamirano shot around and all the way around and out, as Pham comes away with the rebound. 10 seconds remaining here in the third. James now over Castellano, now back outside to Pham. Pham straight on three, shot no good, and that will do it for the third quarter. And the Bulldogs have their fingerprints all over this one as they lead 56-25. We'll be back with fourth quarter action here at the Arc Arena. You're watching Baruch College Basketball on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So it'll be Bulldogs ball to start things off here to enter the fourth quarter. It's Gutierrez, Gotti, James, Goodman, and James in for the Bulldogs. It's Baccarello, Leung, Altamirano, Mitchell, and McCray on the floor for the Bearcats.
Yeah, it's important that Baruch has a good fourth quarter.
And James can't hit. And it'll be Mitchell who comes away with that rebound, but throws it right to the waiting hands of Gotti, who's able to lay it in.
Well, Gotti just seems to be in the right place at the right time.
So Altamirano now inside to McCray. McCray looking for options, goes right in and unable to hit off back rim, front rim, no good. And it'll be Gotti to come the other way now for the Bulldogs. Three there by James, no good. It'll be Altamirano on that long rebound. She picks up her dribble, and now gives it off to Leung. And Leung doubled up top. Baccarella over inside to McCray, back outside to Leung. Leung looking for options, gives it outside to Baccarella. She'll step into one, shot too strong, no good. And it'll be Gutierrez for the Bulldogs up ahead to Gotti. Gotti's going to push right into the lane and able to hit it. No basket, offensive foul.
Well, that was a good call. I mean, Baccarella did all she could. If Baccarella can start to knock down some shots, he'd be a real good addition to this starting five for the Lady Bearcats instead of coming off the bench, because she just does everything else from an energy standpoint.
And we'll see how the next few games go, but she may be thrust into that starting lineup more often than not, as now McCray gets it inside from Castillo and is able to lay it in.
Well, that's going to work every time. Great pass right underneath by Castillo. And a great catch.
And Coach Lang wants to talk things over with 8:32 remaining. The Bulldogs lead by 31. We'll step aside. You're watching Baruch College Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So it'll be Bulldogs ball in front of the Bearcats bench. Baccarella denying Gotti having the ball, so it'll be James who brings it into the front court. Now Gotti gets it up top. 18 seconds to shoot for the Bulldogs. Gotti goes past Baccarella into the lane, kicks it outside to Goodman. Goodman near side three, shot just a bit short. Baccarella comes away with the rebound.
Good defense by Leung to help out Baccarello, putting her hands in for possible deflection.
Baccarella now inside to Castillo, even further inside to McCray. Gives it off to Leung on the far baseline. Up top to Castillo. Castillo going to pull from the free throw line. Shot off left iron, no good. And Goodman chases it down for the Bulldogs.
David, another stat that I want to point out, Baruch has 25 turnovers in this game, which hasn't helped.
A nice finish there by Goodman. Castillo now inside to McCray. Ooh, looks like she got some contact while going up, and she'll go to the line to shoot two.
In most games, McCray's going to finish and possibly get three. Great look by Castillo, working on that with her front court teammate. Baruch can work on things now moving forward. We understand the deficit, but how can we get better in these last 7 minutes and 30 seconds?
And goes 2 of 2 from the line, does McCray.
McCray's had a solid game, especially from an energy standpoint and being active.
Dolgan checking into the game, and Goodman will come to the bench for the Bulldogs. And Gotti to walk things up. Baccarella picks her up at the three-point line, and Gotti will slow things down here at the three-point line. Now she'll drive into the lane. Ooh, nice little crossover move there. Kicks it back outside, far side. Dolgan shot, no good, and it'll be the Bearcats who come away with the rebound, Baccarella in particular. Baccarella going to pull up. Shot off the back rim, no good. Gotti's able to rebound, and a little bit of a up-tempo game now here in the fourth.
No, but those shots are going to fall for Baccarella. Well, that was a size advantage basket by Brooklyn.
Number 2, Sarah James, the 5'10" junior. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Katrozos with 6:47. It's going to be a full timeout for the Bearcats, so we'll step aside with 6:47 remaining. Baruch trail by 31. So welcome back with 6:47 remaining.
Hey guys, go Florida, go Florida.
And it'll be Bulldogs ball as they lead by 31. It'll be James, Gotti, James, Pham, and Dolgan for the Bulldogs.
Again, a formidable lineup for Brooklyn, size-wise, but again, they've done their damage from the three-point line tonight. 8 3-pointers.
So James now on the elbow, looking for options, hands off to James. James into the lane and able to finish off glass with the right hand.
Yeah, Baruch had no help there for the top people.
Now Castillo looking for options, bounce pass to Leung, ball swung around the perimeter. Her Baccarella's pass back to Leung was knocked out of bounds by Gotti, so it'll be Bearcats ball right in front of the scorer's table. So Leung has it up top, over to Baccarella on the far side. Bounce pass to Castillo. Castillo in the lane, able to get that one a drop, and that's Castillo's first field goal of the evening.
Wow.
Baruch's leading scorer at over 21 points per game. James 3, no good. It'll be Trainer on the rebound. And Castillo, ooh, that pass from Trainer almost got picked off by Gotti. Now Castillo has it. Bounce pass inside to McCray. She might have had actually Baccarella on the far side, opted against it. And Gotti now able to get that from James, who actually would pass it from the seat of her pants. And now Gotti crossover move at the free throw line, goes into the lane. High shot, no good off glass, and Leung able to come away with the rebound for Baruch.
Well, Castillo hopefully can end this game on a high note.
Now Leung going to pull a 3 straight on, shot around and out, no good. And it'll be Pham who comes away with the rebound. James has it on the far side, now up top to Dolgan. Now it's Gotti on the top of the key. Gives it over to James on the far side. Her shot no good, around and out.
Well, too bad that didn't happen earlier. But, again, Baruch, they need to take away some of the good things they've done today. McCray's been working hard all game. Leung has been working hard all game.
Ooh, nice play there by James to Dolgan underneath, who was able to finish on the weak side.
Well, when Brooklyn runs their stuff, their option, they're effective as well as the outside shot.
Trainer shot there from near side wing, no good. That'll be Brooklyn on the rebound. Gotti to bring it into the front court. Just under 4.5 remaining here in the ball game. Don't forget to tune in for the second half of our doubleheader, about around 7:30. Nice play there by Gotti to lay it in on the spin move.
Yeah, Baccarella needed some help there once Gotti got by her with the first dribble.
There's just going to be a substitute timeout for Coach Lang as he wants to get some new players in. Checking into the game is number 4, Sandra Diaz, number 31, Cheyenne Castellano. And Dior Dorsey for the Bulldogs. Mitchell Grant and Altamirano in the game for the Bearcats. So Leung has it on the far side, gives it off to Baccarella here on the near side. Baccarella dribbling into the corner, looking for options, gives it up top to Leung. Leung over to Altamirano. To Mitchell on the far side, finds a cutting Leung in the paint. She puts it on the deck, and that's swiped from her. And Dorsey comes away with it. Dorsey now going to push right into the lane. Nice up and under move and able to finish off the glass.
Yeah, I expected to see more of Dorsey today, but luckily for the Bearcats, she was not normal. She's one of the 3 that Brooklyn relies on.
So Dorsey able to come away with the rebound. Gives it over to Diaz here on the near side. Diaz entry pass knocked away there by Altamirano, and it'll stay right there for the Bulldogs. Now an inbound to Diaz. Diaz fakes the pass, gives it now up to Dorsey. Dorsey's going to pull an elbow jumper, and she's able to knock that one down.
Well, that was an uncontested shot from the elbow by Dorsey. Baruch still has to play. 3:09 remaining.
And now it's Baccarella here on the near side. Gives it up top to Leung. Entry pass into Altamirano. Now ball swung back out to Leung. Over to Baccarella here on the near side. Baccarella into the paint. Gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell able to do a scoop layup off the back iron. No good. It's Dorsey who comes away with it, and Diaz to push.
Mitchell, a good player, doesn't get a lot of playing time, but she makes things happen when she's in.
And Diaz trying to find Castellano on the weak side. Castellano stepped on the end line, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. And a 3 there from Mitchell on the far side as she knocks it down.
Yeah, I hope Coach K can give Mitchell some more playing time. I think she can be a big help to this attack, especially when Castillo is not having a good game.
Interesting call there, Joe. It looked like it was an illegal inbound, so it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Well, these referees have had interesting calls. They're coming up with calls that you don't normally see.
So Altamirano now into Grant. Grant looking for an option, gives it over to Baccarella on the near side. Leung has it up top. Takes the pick from Altamirano. Grant, far side jumper, no good. Long rebound into the waiting hands of James, and now over to Diaz.
Yeah, Grant needs to be closer to the basket.
Diaz going up against Dorsey, goes right into Leung. No call, and an easy bucket there on the weak side by Dolgan.
Well, again, Dolgan didn't really have to do much. The ball just came into her waiting hands.
So a minute and 50 remaining here in the ball game. It's Baccarella to Leung. Leung now on the Bearcat symbol, center court. Over to Baccarella on the near side. Outside to Leung. Leung going to put it on the deck. She'll pull from the elbow, and she's able to knock that one down.
Leung is still playing. It's been a full game for her. She hasn't let up.
Leung's got 11, leading all Bearcat scores. 11 and 9 rebounds, so a rebound away from a double-double.
Yeah, she's had a complete game.
Castellano able to lay it in with the right hand.
Well, no defense by the Lady Bearcats. And Brooklyn kind of do what they want. But this is conference play. You got to play a full game.
And now Leung has it up top. Castellano on her. Over to Baccarella on the near side. Baccarella going to dribble to the corner. Back up top to Leung. Leung has an open free throw line jumper. No good. A front rim, back rim, and out. And we're into the final minute here of the first game of our doubleheader between Brooklyn and Baruch.
Men's game will be a dandy. Men's play heating up here in CUNY Conference.
And that matchup will be roughly 25 minutes after this one ends. Call it 7:30 tip. So last possession here of the ball game. And Diaz just needs to bring it into the front court, and that should do it. So Baruch taking a tough L here at home, Joe. 76-39 final.
Yeah, short memory. We're back in action on Tuesday. Baruch has to walk out, hold their heads high, take away some good things tonight. And you know what? Tuesday, it's 0-0, Dave. And we feel confident about this Lady Bearcat team to rebound.
And they'll host York on Tuesday at 5:30. Don't forget to come out for that doubleheader. First will be the women's game and the men's game. So that will do it for the first game of tonight's doubleheader between Brooklyn and Baruch. Your final score, once again, Brooklyn 76, Baruch 39. We'll step aside, and we'll be back for the second game action in about 25 minutes. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.